I'll go to the question at hand, and that is a few years ago. I just noticed that I had achieved most everything I thought I wanted to achieve in life. I was happy. I had a company that was making money. My kids were involved. I had been building a house that I've always dreamt of building and all this other kind of stuff. And I was there in mind of being happy, but I let myself go. I just, I didn't care about my health as much. I ate what I wanted to eat when I wanted to eat, and just got to a point where everything in my life was right, but my lifestyle or my body wasn't right, and it was giving me limitations on what I could do, and I just didn't feel very good about it. I looked unattractive to myself. I ached, I hurt, I was in a lot more pain when I would do stuff, and it just really wasn't where I wanted to be. But I wasn't really willing to make a change. Um, this is going to give credit to another person in the industry, and that is at that point. Um, Chris Breen was running his classes, Legacy, and I attended one of his courses. Myself and John Lee and a few others did the very first one. And what I will say about that is I believe I'm pretty good in the financial side of where I'm at in how our company was doing. But it's not always about just one aspect. What I learned and I took away from that is, in order to be the best version of yourself, I had to be good in body. I had to be good in health. I had to be good in business. I had to be good in my relationship, my marriage. And I really keyed on some factors like that of where I was failing, and failing myself and my family and everything else. And those were the key things that I started working on. And I took it to where I went to a um, endocrinologist and had him do blood work and check where I was deficient in my blood. And they said, here's where you're at, here's where you're at, here's where you're at. You're good here, you're good here, you're good here, you're terrible here, terrible here, terrible here. So they said, work on fixing those terribles. And I started working on getting my levels right in those things and eating right and doing other things. And I started dropping weight. At the heaviest I was in my life, I got to 306 pounds,
Wow.
6'4", 306 pounds. And now I'm 6'4", 238 to 241, depending on the time of the day.
Congratulations, man.